Continuing his journey to find and save Rei, Suijin discovers more about himself, his status as a billion player, with assets totaling 10 billion. Returning to the game, Suijin, incognito as one of the top-ranking players known as billion players, approaches two others. The purple-haired Titan dismisses him, while Shaw, a chubby guy with glasses, responds warmly. Suijin is surprised to learn that Shaw is his classmate, aware of his challenging circumstances as a hardworking school janitor. As Rin introduces herself as their instructor for the beginner's course in Grave Busters, a flash of light heralds her arrival. She takes Shaw, Titan, and Suijin to an abandoned tomb to engage in combat against tunnel apes. Rin explains the significance of each player's unique item called a Buster item, serving as their personal weapon in the game. While Shaw reveals his Storm Eye and Titan showcases his Metal Fist, Suijin remains secretive, opting to conceal his Buster item and the extent of his power. The battle against the tunnel apes proves challenging due to their tough skin. Rin suggests a strategy to defeat the Grand Tunnel Ape, the leader responsible for maintaining the others' armored defenses. Titan takes the initiative, successfully defeating the Grand Tunnel Ape and reaping instant rewards. Impressed by Rin's prowess, Shaw begins to idolize her. Believing they have completed the beginner's course, the trio is taken aback when Rin reveals a final challenge, to defeat her in battle. As the skirmish ensues, Titan summons a familiar, surprising Shaw who is aware of the high real-life cost associated with owning one. Shaw, wanting to protect Suijin, is oblivious to Suijin's true financial status. Rin becomes suspicious of Suijin, realizing her ability to scan him fails to detect any powers. When asked to reveal his Buster item, Suijin declines. Titan, persistently attacking Rin, triggers Shaw's realization that Titan's moves resemble those of the legendary player, the Crusher, who holds 3 titles in the biggest virtual fighting game tournaments worldwide. However, the Crusher mysteriously abstained from recent tournaments, with all online information about him deleted. Titan's father compelled him to play Grave Busters to maintain his status as the world's strongest player. Despite Titan's desire for freedom, he reluctantly obeys his father's wishes. Amid the intense battle, Titan urges his allies to concentrate on defeating Rin. Shaw employs the special ability of his Storm Eye, attempting to merge with the wind to approach Rin undetected. However, she swiftly sees through his tactic, effortlessly defeating him with a single blow. Suijin, utilizing his unique ability to copy defeated enemies' powers, activates his copied ability from Shaw to move stealthily and locates Rin's true body. Surprising everyone, Rin's real body is revealed to be smaller and younger than her shadow clone. As Suijin discovers the truth, the system announces their success in the beginner's trial, granting them ally cards that allow team formation with other players. Rin, suspicious of Suijin, questions his true identity, and he cryptically promises to reveal more next time. Titan, a former world champion, remains curious about Rin's identity and attempts to challenge Suijin. Retreating to strategize, Rin and Suijin discuss their situation. Suijin, seeking Rin to join his party, proposes a bet: if he defeats Titan, she must join his team. Reluctantly, Rin agrees. However, their conversation is interrupted when Titan breaks into their hiding place, initiating a fierce battle. Suijin employs the copied ability from Shaw, overpowering Titan. In a desperate move, Titan utilizes the pay-to-win feature, infusing his weapon with immense power by spending a significant amount of money. Simultaneously, at the headquarters of Precious, the mysterious organization behind Grave Busters, the members, led by Dark Tiger, discuss their plans to conquer Stage 0. Dark Tiger, one of the top 5 players globally and a billion player, commands the loyalty of 16 members with assets exceeding $2 billion each. They receive a report about the reappearance of a tomb guardian, posing a significant threat to their grand plan. This guardian, unbeknownst to them, is Suijin. The intense battle unfolds as Titan attacks Suijin and Farron with all his power, fueled by disbelief at Suijin's ability to effortlessly block his special attack despite coming from a humble background. Farron, amazed by Suijin's strength, questions the extent of his wealth in the game. Titan's weapon explodes in the process, but Suijin and Farron manage to escape the danger. As they recover, Suijin inquires about Farron's ability and expresses his desire to have someone with her analytical skills on his team. However, their moment of discussion is interrupted by the arrival of a carriage carrying a pink-haired woman. Farron warns Suijin about the woman's abnormality, indicating that she possesses 10 divine tomb items instead of the usual one. Farron identifies her as the Collector, a player known for this unique ability. Suddenly, the ground shakes, and the woman reveals her intention to assist Suijin in saving Rei. She shoots Farron, knocking her unconscious, and then fires another shot at Suijin, inserting a magical creature, a sausage dragon, into his body. The collector explains that this creature will be the key to helping him save Rei. She discloses that Rei is being held hostage by Temujin, the leader of Totem, a powerful organization similar to Precious. The collector urges Suijin not to trust Temujin and advises him to use the creature inside him once he reaches Totem's headquarters to learn how to save Rei. However, she warns him to be cautious, as information is sensitive, and the walls have ears. After providing this information, the collector departs. Farron regains consciousness, and the two confront a man who had been spying on them. The man, wearing a mask with long dark purple hair and accompanied by a square owl on his shoulder, is revealed to be a powerful member of Totem. Farron warns Suijin about his strength, but Suijin, determined to learn about Rei, confronts and fights the masked man. Despite Farron's assistance, they get overwhelmed by the masked man's speed, and both get cut multiple times. A number appears on their hands, indicating the count of injuries. The two are eventually defeated, forcibly logged out of the game, and unable to reconnect for a day. As Suijin and Farron prepare for the event to conquer Stage 0, a festival at Stage 18 of Grave Buster, Suijin receives a phone call from Temujin. Temujin informs Suijin that Rei is with them for protection, but to truly save her, Suijin must attend the festival. At Stage 18, he needs to find a player named Nishikaze. The next morning, Suijin notices a commotion outside his dorm and sees Farron being pursued by students who are attracted to her cuteness. Farron calls Suijin, and they head to the cafeteria to talk. Bullies taunt Suijin, demanding he prove his wealth. To their surprise, Suijin uses in-game currency to pay for his food, proving he can use game money in the real world. Later, he brings Farron to his dorm, sparking jealousy among his peers who assume he's a two-timer, dating both Farron and the missing Rei. In Grave Buster, participants discuss the upcoming event, and Suijin brings up the topic of Totem, the group holding Rei captive. Farron warns him about Totem's danger and advises gathering information. Suijin realizes he can use his familiar, Twin Star, to gather intel, but Farron disapproves, upset at Twin Star's revealing appearance. Magical birds distribute rings to all players, teleporting them to Stage 18. There, they witness Dark Tiger, the leader of Precious, alongside his henchmen. Dark Tiger commands his underlings to clear weak monsters to summon the guardian boss, Namislan. When the boss emerges from a pool of blood, players attack, but the boss quickly heals by absorbing the surrounding blood. As the battle intensifies on Stage 18, Nishikaze and the masked man monitor the situation. Nishikaze, having the ability to instantly locate targets, finds Suijin and teleports herself to him. Suijin, surprised by her sudden appearance, prepares for a fight. Using her ability to create a portal, Nishikaze reveals Rei's location to Suijin, who desperately tries to communicate with her. Suijin shouts loudly, promising Rei that he will come to rescue her. Somehow, Rei hears him, but Nishikaze interrupts the connection. Nishikaze confirms to Suijin that she is the one he was supposed to make contact with. Meanwhile, Lan uses his ability to summon the Mosquito Legion, attacking players at the event and absorbing their power to increase his own strength. Noticing Suijin nearby, Lan approaches him, and Nishikaze scans Suijin, confirming the presence of a wave from his grandfather, Rikuki, inside his Buster item. Nishikaze instructs Suijin to head to Stage 0 immediately, contradicting the rumor that it opens after 5 days. She explains that he needs a key, and Slan, the boss of the event, arrives, giving Suijin the key. Slan declares Suijin as the chosen one and explains that his blood will activate the key. Before Suijin can proceed, Slan challenges him to a final test. He transforms into his final form, the Bloody Buddha, revealing a core that must be destroyed for Suijin to succeed. Slan discloses that some of Suijin's memories are sealed within the core and defeating Slan will unlock them. Suijin activates his Buster item, the Raven Scarf, and summons the Raven Blade, a sword with the ability to triple his speed. Nishikaze and Farron decide not to interfere, leaving Suijin to face Slan alone. Amid the intense battle, Suijin manages to overpower the formidable Slan. However, as Suijin attempts to deliver the final blow, Slan activates his full power, transforming into a giant demon. Despite Suijin's efforts, he finds himself completely overpowered, and Slan's powerful strikes cause Suijin's sword to crack. During the battle, Suijin notices a magic symbol on Slan's head and becomes curious. Slan explains that it's his ability, the Snow Lotus symbol. It lasts for 80 seconds, and once the time period expires, Slan gains the ability to control his opponent's blood, potentially leading to their demise. Suijin's sword shatters completely, releasing a blue mist. Suijin reveals the true ability of his weapon, explaining that it emits highly concentrated oxygen. By provoking Slan to use his most powerful attacks, a chemical reaction occurs within Slan's body due to the combination of concentrated oxygen and the iron from the absorbed blood. This reaction prevents Slan's body from regenerating, leaving him unable to continue the fight. Impressed by Suijin's strategy, Slan admits defeat and urges Suijin to go to Stage 0 to learn how to use his core and retrieve his sealed memories. Suijin, curious about the absence of high-ranking players attacking him, learns from Slan that they are engaged in battles against each other in a different area, seeking the opportunity to face Suijin alone. Slan warns Suijin to hurry to Stage 0 before others come to snatch the core and key. While conversing, a gang of masked players known as the Silverback Six appears, demanding the core from Suijin. They attempt to recruit Nishikais, bragging about their possessions and assets. Suijin decides to play along and displays his asset graph, reaching into the sky and going out of sight. The Silverback Six, terrified and awestruck, realize that Suijin is indeed a billion player. Nishikais, using her ability, transports Suijin and Aslan to Stage 0. Since Suijin possesses the key, he is the only player allowed to enter Stage 0. Aslan, not being a player but a guardian, accompanies him. In Stage 0, Aslan instructs Suijin to consume his core, unlocking all of Suijin's childhood memories. In these restored memories, Suijin learns that he is the grandson of Rikuki. His grandpa had conducted a ritual involving Rei, explaining that she possesses powers similar to theirs. The ritual is designed to absorb Rei's powers, protecting the tomb while erasing her memories, allowing her to lead a normal life. Following the ritual, Suijin and Rei meet for the first time, and his grandpa subjects Suijin to a similar ritual, sealing his memories into a core. The core is then used to create Aslan, with the mission of finding Suijin when the time is right and making him remember to use his power to save the world. As Aslan fulfills his duty, he transfers all his power back to Suijin, who now remembers everything. Meanwhile, the leader of the Silverback Six learns about Suijin's defeat of the Guardian boss and his status as a billion-dollar player. Seeking revenge for failing to retrieve Aslan's core, the leader orders a long-range attack targeting Suijin's location. However, Suijin effortlessly stops the attack using a new piece of gear obtained from Aslan, the bloody armor. This jacket combines all player HP towards Suijin, effectively increasing his health. Nishikais urges Suijin to meet her boss, but he insists on seeing Rei first to confirm her safety. They establish contact with Rei using Nishikai's ability, allowing them to talk face to face. Suijin promises Rei that he will soon come to save her and uncover the truth about her father's killer. Farron, witnessing all this, feels a mix of sadness and jealousy as she has developed strong feelings for Suijin. The leader of the Silverback Six, Randan Gyoku, arrives in search of the one who defeated Aslan. Gyoku, determined to achieve the Lone Star title, randomly kills players in his pursuit. Nishikais urges Suijin to prioritize reaching Rei and forget about the other players, but Suijin refuses. Attempting to stop Gyoku, Suijin engages in combat but is nearly killed by Gyoku's deadly attacks. However, a masked man named Purple, also known as Kitakes and one of Totem's 8 Imperial Guards, intervenes and saves Suijin. Purple, who holds the rare Doctor title, uses his healing ability to restore Suijin. Learning about Gyoku's assets, which are close to 1 billion, and witnessing his overpowering strength, Suijin and the group find themselves at a disadvantage. Gyoku, upgrading his weapon and turning into a giant with a Gatling gun, seems unbeatable. Totem members, including Purple, join the fight, but they are overwhelmed. In the midst of the battle, Suijin questions why Gyoku has not achieved 1 billion assets despite defeating many players. A Totem member explains that to breach the 1 billion assets barrier, a player needs the Lone Star title, emphasizing its importance. Gyoku, desperate to attain the title, believes defeating someone with it will grant him that status. Gyoku's assault pauses briefly, providing Suijin an opportunity to activate his Raven Scarf. However, Gyoku recharges his weapon and resumes firing, destroying barriers and hitting Nishikais. Suijin uses the Saturn ability of his Raven Scarf to protect everyone. Saturn strengthens and modifies parts of his body, enhancing his eye for information gathering and allowing him to travel quickly in any direction. Suijin, emphasizing Gyoku's slim chances of victory, learns that Gyoku is a battle enthusiast excited by powerful opponents. Nishikais proposes an alternative, offering Gyoku the chance to challenge Temujin, the leader of Totem and also a 1 billion player. Intrigued by the idea of becoming not only a billion player but also the new boss of Totem, Gyoku agrees. The group, now with Gyoku on board, ventures to Totem's headquarters with Suijin eager to save Rei. Well, that's all we have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video.